So what I'm basically doing is I wanted to show you guys something I just figured out. I had DragonBones 5.5 and that was a 32-bit application, and when the new version of Mac OS Catalina came out on 10.15, it stopped all 32-bit apps from working. So I thought I had lost DragonBones for good. To make matters worse, the American site, or the American version of the site where they were actually having the program to download, like just disappeared. So all we have now is DragonBones GitHub IO, and that is all we have. And they only have version 5.5, which is the 32-bit version. So you really can't do anything with it. What I basically started doing is, so let's just say we go to Google real quick, and what we're going to do is we're going to search for DragonBones, right? What you find out is DragonBones is created by a Chinese company named Egret. So if you type in DragonBones, and let's just say you said 5.6 English, what's going to happen is you see these come up, but if you go to here, you'll go to dragonbones.com, and when you click onto that, dragonbones.com should take you to the docs.egrets.com DragonBones English Index HTML. So this is the DragonBones, the latest version. The latest version of DragonBones is 5.6.3. And these are all the things that you can do. What's really cool about it is you can just go to download editor, and you can see that it's Chinese and English. And what you would do is from download editor, and I'm showing this for the Mac. I am not sure what would happen on Windows because I don't really have Windows machines, and I don't really use most of these programs on Windows. I do everything on my Mac Mini, which is not very powerful, but it can get the job done. And what it allows you to do is it brings up a DMG. This is a disk image that actually has the program for installation. When you download it, it's going to download a version of it called DragonBones Pro 5.6.3. So it's not really taking me there. It's probably going to try to download. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to completely get rid of that and ignore it. That doesn't really matter. So what will happen is I'm going to go to my downloads folder. I'm going to open it up so you all can take a look. So we're going to go to Finders. We're going to go to downloads. Sorry, not documents, downloads. And from downloads, you'll see I have a DragonBones Pro version 5.6.3 DMG. The cool thing about this is a 64-bit version of DragonBone, which is what all Catalina programs need to be. They need to be the 64-bit versions for them to work. So what's going to happen is you double click on that, you'll open up the DragonBone disk drive, and if you double click on the applications folder or you drag it over, it'll install DragonBones onto your machine. So let me show you what happens after you finish installing it. Basically, if you're on Mac OS, I don't need that open either. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go look for the DragonBones application. We're going to Launchpad. I need to back out, get out of others. So I'm going to go find DragonBones on my computer. It's right here. And we're going to open up DragonBones. And everything looks like it's great. And I'm like, oh, right, DragonBones, I got it back. I'm going to be able to use it. It's installed. We're good to go. Once it opens, I'll show you what the big problem is going to be, and I'm going to show you how to solve that problem. And I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel, and probably I'm going to be writing a version of it too to work with it. So here's our problem. Everything's in Chinese. And this is such a really cool program, and it can do so much, and there's a lot of great tutorials for it. But if it's not in English, I don't even know what to tell you. I know that's animation. I know that's armature. So this is the animation frame. It'll automatically switch over. It's great. It's just that you don't know what any of this stuff means. So how do we fix the menu so we can actually get it in English so we'd be able to use it and function in a way that would be helpful to us? So I'm going to close the program, and this is if you're basically running it on Mac OS Catalina, or if you're running it on any Mac and you'd like to get the latest version of it. What you'll do is you'll open the Finder window again. The program was installed in Applications. So we're going to click into Applications. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. And I'm going to, you know what, I'm going to go into icon views just so you can see them a lot better. So these are the programs that I basically have on my machine. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to DragonBones. You're going to select it. You're going to right click on it. You're going to go, instead of open, you're going to choose show package contents. You're going to open up the contents folder. You're going to open up the resource folder. And then there's going to be a folder called locales. You're going to open up the locales folder. And you'll notice there's a language.xml sitting right here on inside the folder. You'll notice there's a US, there's a Russian, there's a UK, and then there's the ZH, the Chinese version. So all you have to do is you're going to need some kind of text editor. I'm using right now a text editor called Whisk. It's the same people who created Tumult-Hype. So that's the one I'm going to be using. I'm going to choose Open with Whisk, which is the default app that I'm setting. So now you can see that the root language is ZHCN, which stands for Chinese. Now if you copy the EN English, or EN, which is English, underscore US, copy, and you replace the language with paste with US English, and you hit File and Save, that basically fixes the problem. So now I basically set the root language to English, and now we'll go back, and we'll go back again, and we'll go back one more time, and finally we get back to where all the apps are. Now I'm going to right click, and I'm going to choose Open instead of Open Show Content, DragonBone Editor. And everything's in English. Yay! So that was the problem. When you're downloading it from the Chinese site, the default language is Chinese. In the Mac, all you have to do is go into the package of the application, go into the resource folder, and change the language from Chinese to US, and you get the latest DragonBones in English to use on your Mac computer. The reason I like DragonBones so much, there's a application called Spine that does pretty much which is industry standards for like doing animation, bone animation for characters like I have here. And Spline, though, the big issue with Spline is it's $60 for just the basic essentials and stuff like that. But if you want to get into the really powerful stuff, we're talking about $300 to get a full, completely loaded out Spline. So I don't have $300, and I don't have $70 to spend. I don't know if it's a yearly subscription, so, or if it's a one-time and you get to use. But if you can't afford that right now, because money is tight, this program is 100% free. And it does very similar things. It allows you to export animations. What I'll do is, I did a DragonBones video a while back where I actually linked a character, a little monkey character for this game, Super Ice Kingdom, or as I like to call it, Sick. Bobos, where they're like monkey characters. They're called Bobos because of Diego, Dora's cousin. So the key thing is you literally can set up and do a lot of these really cool animations that you see where they're doing things are moving and looking really cool with bones using this program, and you can export it out. I exported out some stuff into animated GIFs. I exported stuff out into frames, into a sprite sheet that I can use also to generate the characters. So it's a really neat program. It can do a lot of stuff. So I'm just giving you an idea of some of the stuff you can do. I gotta move this up a little because I wanted to get this point. There you go. So this is how you can generate a nice little character, and you can, if you move it closer, it bends the knee. If you move this closer, you actually will manipulate the arms. And then his arm with the wrench. So what I'm hoping to do with this character eventually is I want to do like a Super Mario multiplayer type game where you can play up to 4 players. Have the whole game designed. I even have a little version of it that I made somewhere here. Let me see if I can find it. I did it in Godot, just to give you an idea of where you can go with this. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mix around with a bunch of different open platforms or video game designing stuff. So it's just so much I want to do in so little time. But I'm going to show you the Godot version if I can find it. Where are you? Godot. I don't even remember where I stored it. I just do so much stuff on in my computer. Let me try DragonBone projects. Let me try Sick. Now these are the sprite sheets. New. Where is the Godot? Let me see if I can do that. Godot. Godot. Yeah, I knew I had them sitting here somewhere. So Godot. So I'm gonna just run the app and just see if I can run the stuff that I did on it. But yeah, it's pretty neat. There's a lot of really cool stuff you can actually do, and a lot of the stuff I'm using are all free applications. I don't really use stuff that you have to pay for. Now this Godot right here. So let's go to here. Yeah, allow. Come on, man. Let's stop being. So this is what I have. I'm gonna run it. So this is Godot Game Engine. I don't even know if this is the newest one. This still might be the old version. But I'll just give you an idea of what we did. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna run the whole thing. So we're gonna hit run, and then it generates a window for you. And then start game, quit game. We're gonna hit. Wow, that's a little bit off size. Well, it's not perfect, but we're gonna hit start game. And there's the character that you just saw. So he can jump, he can move left and right. And then if you hit the Godot, it jumps to the next screen. And these are the levels that I designed so far. And then if you keep moving, oh, you fell in the hole. It has a nice parallax background. What's kind of cool is this guy showed you how to do all that. And if I used 2 or 3 Godot tutorials, you get to see a lot of the. Like I never finished it off his attack. All I just wanted to do is I did 3 different screens. I believe one takes you to the beginning and one takes you to the 4th screen. Where does this one take you? Let's see what this one. Yeah, no, I can't make the jump. There you go. Let me see. Where are we at here? So the way this works too is I believe the background is linked to the character. That's why you see as he moves, the background moves with him, but it's at a little bit slightly slower rate. And that's what gives you the effect of. And then let me see what this one takes you to. Yeah, so these are all of them. And it's pretty easy to build these screens. He shows you how to build a level editor too, so you can actually make the levels pretty quick by loading up maps. So it's really easy to draw. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm trying to go, what I'm trying to finish off eventually. But this was the beginning of it. But it's kind of cool. You can actually play around with it, run around in the screen, and jump from screen to screen. So it's pretty easy to do doorways and things like that. It's just you can probably animate them a bit more, just so it's a little bit more exciting. But that's what I did with DragonBones, and these are literally a bunch of little sprites that I put together. And yeah, and the other thing I've done with DragonBones, which is pretty neat. So I'm gonna shut off Godot. Godot. It's a pretty cool engine. The reason I like it too is the tutorials that the guy did are really cool. His name is, what is it, Heart Beast. And he actually has courses that he sells that go straight through how to build a whole game in Godot. I gotta see, it might be something I might be interested in, just like figuring out how to get like create a little bit more smoother animations, because he's actually done full-fledged games on them and they look amazing. But he's used, I think, Unity, Godot, and what's the other one? Game Maker. He's used Game Maker also. The other thing I'm just gonna try to find is I'm gonna look for the monkeys. These were stuff that I designed for my sister-in-law. She basically does a YouTube channel with for kids content, and she needed to have some animated monkey parents, and she was doing a take on 10 little monkeys jumping on a bed, but I think hers is like 8. So that was the idea, is to try to figure that out. They're here somewhere. Let me just see. Probably the fastest way to find it, it's going to DragonBones, because I did a lot of importing. I gotta let this one go. Is it in my network drive? Oh, I know what that one is. That's their computer. That's my kid's computer. Where's DragonBones? DragonBone projects, and let's go to new. These are the monkeys GIFs. Okay, so here's all the monkeys. So that's angry monkey. That's monkeys with bumps on their heads. Funny stuff. It's comedy gold. Just so you can see them a little bit better. So that's angry monkey with a bump on his head. That's angry monkey falling. That's angry monkey jumping. And all of that was done in DragonBones. Cool monkey falling. Rubbing his head. She didn't use the head rubbing animation, but it was kind of fun to do. But there you go. And each of them have a slightly different jump. The doctor said GIF, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. So again, all of this is done in DragonBones. Girl monkey. So these are all, so we came up with pink, purple, and yellow for the girl monkey, Sans Academy colors. So purple monkey jumping, yellow girl monkey jumping, bumps on the head, and this is the original monkey girl jumping. Yay! So I drew all of them in Procreate, separated them, and then animated them on DragonBones. And this is why I was like I'm a total DragonBone like fan. So I love this program. And this is the mommy monkey calling the doctor. And the doctor said, and this is nerdy monkey. rubbing his head and the little monkey jumping. Yeah, so DragonBones, fun stuff. The trick with the monkeys are all the boys have the same body, so all I had to do was just change their heads and then modify the jumps a little bit, like change the heads a little bit, timing, behavior of the hands, and that's pretty much it. The girl monkeys, all I had to do was just change the body and the head. Actually, just the body. It's kind of funny. They all have pink. I could have really done the head too, but all I just did was change their dresses. They all have the same purple bow. So yeah, pretty easy. But that's DragonBones in a nutshell. And anytime you need a new version of DragonBones, you can download it from if you're running on a Mac, you can download it directly from the Egret Chinese site, install it, and then what I just showed you to do, just so if you guys want to recap real quick, you're going to go into Applications. You're going to right click on DragonBones, the DragonBones app. You're going to right click on it. You're going to show package. You're going to go into contents. You're going to go into resources. You're going to go into locales. And you're going to go to language HTML. You're going to edit it. And you're going to change the language from ZHCN to ENUS. And that's pretty much it. Save that. Close DragonBones. Restart DragonBones. And everything switches over to English. So that's pretty much it, and I hope that helps folks out because it's a really cool program, and I'm glad I figured it out because I just got curious. I opened up the package and then I started looking around and I could see all the XML for the English language version. I'm just like, wait a second, there's got to be a way to change this. So that's how I was able to update my wonderful ad program, and I'll just show you some of the really cool stuff that's in this program. I mean, it's crazy. So this is from Spline. So this is from Spline, just so you can get an idea. So this dragon right here is really nice. This is one done in Spline. So they took Spline data and then they just imported it and worked with it. Ooh, let me not mess that up. Control Z. So we'll go into animation. I believe there's an animation rigged for it too. Yeah, so there is. So we'll pull out a little bit and I'll just show it to you real quick. We'll run the animation. So there you go. And it loops. So it's the cool thing is I found out this whole program was created with Adobe Air, which is kind of crazy. And a lot of the stuff that you're seeing is like Swifts and a lot of, so this is all built off an Adobe framework. They created it and it's an amazing program. It literally has the same thing where you can actually record motion and it'll generate a timeline for you also. So you can actually do your moves and it'll tween in between each motion for you without you having to do every animation perfect. So you can control how things are done. So pretty neat program. Very neat stuff. All right, so there's a lot of cool things. If you get a chance, check out the DragonBones on your own, and you get to see a lot of these really cool effects. There's a lot of really good examples in there, and it even shows you how to do frame by frame animation, and they even have examples that I've seen on how to do webcomics in here. So I'm not going to save the project. I'm going to close it off, and that's it. But yeah, DragonBones, fantastic. And another one that might be interesting to find out. But there's so much you can do on Cocos Convert. The sheep is pretty, armature demo, everything is really neat. Nested armatures. This guy is like a really cool character also. So you got to understand, like, you can do really amazing looking stuff with this. I just did my little ice boy. But you can do a lot of really amazing stuff. Let me go to animation and see what they have set up for this guy. And then if you hit play, same thing. So they have all of this stuff set up for this character. So like, yeah, it's a pretty amazing program, and there's a lot of amazing stuff you can do. And you can see these are literally keyframes, each one of those, to generate that. So if you're doing side views, or if you want to do an animation, this is a program you can think about. If you actually want to see some really cool stuff, I would suggest you go and just type in DragonBones. There's a guy called Poedil, Poedil, and yeah, he's the guy you used to kind of learn how to do a lot of really cool stuff. His stuff is about 2 years old, and it was on DragonBones 5.5, but he's done some amazing stuff in DragonBones. So he's definitely a guy you can check out and see what's going on. But yeah, I'm gonna stop this now, say no, and I'm going to stop this video, and I'm going to